Hello, it's Helen from Authentic Awareness of You with this week's tarot card reading for the week of the 21st to the 27th of December. So this week I'm using the Tarot Mucha Tarot. So let's see what's happening around us for this week, Christmas week. Okay, Monday and Tuesday energies. We have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. So we're looking at trying to find some balance. And with the swords, Swords is our intellect, so we're trying to find some peace of mind. And when I look at this card, the Two of Swords is usually about, trying to weigh things out. Perhaps we have to make a decision, and the best way to make that decision is to at least find some peace or peace of mind before you make that final decision. When I look at this card, she's kind of sitting down there. The waters behind her are relatively still. And I think she's trying to find some guidance or trying to use her intuition to help her make that decision. I sometimes see this card and I think it's you're trying to find some answers as well, maybe. And you want to get very clear about what it is that you want. You may have two options available to you. You might have two ways of even looking at things. And at this point in time, we're trying to just find some peace and balance and harmony between our heart and our mind to help us to make that decision. So this may be just a time of weighing things out and using your intuition, and that can certainly come through with your thoughts and the way you were thinking about things. So pay attention to whatever thoughts you're actually having in regards to what's around you. We're waiting for, I think also we're kind of waiting for a bit of a sign or a symbol or some synchronistic event to help us make that decision. This can often be a time where you feel a bit between a rock and a hard place. You're not really quite sure what to do about things. So take your time. Work through, maybe narrow down your decisions so you only get to two options. It is certainly, by looking at that card, it's not necessarily a time of acting. It is more of a time of being guided by your intuition or signs or symbols that are around you. Okay, so we might move on to the middle of the week. And who do we have here? We have the Knight of Pentacles. So coins or pentacles is a slow energy. It is a steady energy. It's making slow progress forward. It certainly can be in terms of things to do with your money, your career, your home, and any goals or projects that you may be working on. It is a forward movement card, but it is looking at long-term goals and where it is you actually want to go with them. And it's taking your time viewing everything, particularly with the Two of Swords in front of it, to take you further down your path and where it is that you actually want to go. And he's kind of, whenever I see this knight in this deck, it looks to me like he's standing still, but he's looking back over his shoulder. So he's seeing where he's come from. And the coin in his hand is more of a future aspect. And it's like, well, where do I go to from here? So when you, I guess, are making or looking at whatever decisions or options you've got at this point in time, or even ways to find peace and balance and harmony around you, work with long-term goals. Keep your thoughts fixed to the future so you can make sure and steady progress as you kind of go. Because he's ready to look to the future this night. He's ready to leave the past behind. He's being very practical. He's very logical. He's very pragmatic. He will look at the details in things, and that's why we don't want to act too impulsively. None of these cards are quick moving cards. So, watch your thoughts, rely on your intuition, look for signs and symbols to help you keep furthering along your path. Because the Knight is ready to go forward, I think. He's reflecting and viewing the past, looking and thinking, well, that's over and done with now. It's onwards, and it's going forward with your goals and your ideas. So let's see what's happening for us at the end of the week. Oh, then we have the Five of Coins. Yeah, that's funny. It's not a funny looking card though, is it? Okay. So, Five of Coins, ideally, five is the card of freedom, opportunity, and growth. It is freedom from a place where you perhaps have been feeling a little bit stuck. It also is a little bit of the worry card, and it often is a card of you thinking or feeling like, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do about this situation. And that certainly can be, about money, work, career, your physical health. As you can see, he's sort of sitting outside of a building, and he's in the snow, he's got his blanket, he looks, a bit distressed. And it also is a card of, you can ask for help, know that you're not alone when this card kind of comes up. So, but ideally this is the card of you actually breaking through an energy, because the 5 is right in the middle of the 1 to the 10. So you're right in the middle of being and moving beyond the pain, the past, and a place that you were once in. But you're right in that place where it can be a little bit uncomfortable. You can feel not very sure about things because the future is uncertain when you come to the 5s. And it's a tricky place to be, but you have to just keep moving forward. And that's what the Knight of Coins is saying to you. You can look back at the past, but you need to keep focusing on the future and what it is that you actually want. And you have to be realistic about it, be very practical, be logical, don't rush into anything. And the 5 is saying, you are going to move beyond this point. You aren't going to stay in this point forever, because, after the 5 we move on to the 6s where you are free. There is a sense of freedom from moving on from the 5. So you may just feel a little bit uncomfortable, feel a little bit of unsure. There might be worry about it. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? But push through that, because the 5 is that point of being liberated from the past. And you may feel a little bit of a lack. This card often comes up when you feel like you're in a bit of a lack stage of your life. And that's only because things from the past or emotions and feelings is emptying out from you, and you're waiting to turn around and head to the future. So just sort of be aware of the 5 energy over the weekend. And there again, it's just take one step at a time and just be very present and very now when this card comes along, because you'll remember you're working with the 2 of Swords at the beginning of the week, so you're looking for signs, you're looking for symbols, you're being guided by your insight. Pay attention to particular thoughts or even feelings that happen to you at the beginning of the week that will help you through the rest of the week. You may also just feel, a little bit tired and a little bit over it with the 5 of Pentacles. But just know that this 5 is letting you know that for major breakthroughs to happen, there's always an uncomfortable stage. There's always an uncomfortable place before that actually happens to you or for you. So kind of sit tight. You are in the middle of changes, and it may be a little bit uncomfortable, but use the Knight of Coins energy to just keep moving forward, believing in where it is that you actually want to go, or the person who it is you actually want to become. And, if you do have to look back on the past, only do it as a time of reflection, but just keep moving forward. So it is Pentacles, so it is kind of your physical realm. It's your physical world. It can be certainly about money, work, career. It also can be about the future, because Pentacles have longevity to them. So I think it does feel like we're kind of, at the end of something, and we are certainly starting something new. And the 5 of Coins is it's just that middle place in the road where you just feel that little bit uncomfortable and you're not very sure. But try not to worry about things. Use the Knight of Coins energy and keep looking to the future. Use your intuition and symbols and guides to keep you moving forward and help you to get where it is that you actually want to go. So we might leave that there now and have a wonderful Christmas. There is a full moon in Cancer this Christmas, so you may feel a little bit emotional. So just watch that, and it is a full moon, so that will amplify your feelings and your thoughts. So have a wonderful Christmas, have a lovely holiday, and I shall talk to you soon.